it's KP Layouts, and this is the final episode for Cutter RB tutorial builds. And the final episode is on Terminal. For this one, I'm going to have two builds for the Cutter and just one build for the Arbiter. For this first one, I have Good Spawn, and I have my lovely assistant Ghost ROP, who will be scouting the spot for me to help demonstrate the build. So I went ahead and I pelicaned at the start. So right here, I bought a barracks and a supply pad. And I did buy an early extra hog so that I could pick up more money early. Because this map, there's tons of money everywhere, so make sure you buy an extra hog. For this match, I'm not going gunner hogs, I'm just going straight into tanks. The preferred thing to do in this situation is to have your Covenant play defense. But yeah, this is just a really quick tank build. Most players you play against, you should be able to beat pretty easy. Doing a build like this, because you're just going to have so many tanks. But if you're playing against high level people, I recommend going early Warthogs to get a Covenant lead. But I went ahead and I destroyed my barracks for a reactor. And I'm walking my flamer to the hook. The reason I built a flamethrower is they run faster than Marines. So this way you can get to your hook faster and upgrade your pads faster. So I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading my supply pads. And my teammate's going to go ahead and he went ahead and went across and got his hook. And right now I'm going to queue up a vehicle depot. So vehicle depot 5th. And right now I'm just getting my eco going, upgrading pads. This is my 3rd upgraded pad. So this is a really heavy eco build. And I'm going to queue up my next vehicle depot, because I'm just going to go straight into 2 depots. And now I'm just saving up for a tank. And with my hogs, I'm picking up any money I can find. Really, the first tank that you buy is really most important. After that, you don't really need any more tanks. Like the first tank is just to defend your base from warthogs. But as you see, I upgraded my 4th supply pad. And my first tank is queued. Clearly I can't afford to double pump right now because I've been upgrading supply pads and all that. And right here what you want to do next is buy a reactor. So instead of buying another tank, you just want to buy your $500 reactor. In this game I wasn't really paying attention, I just bought a tank. But I'm going to cancel it in a second. I'm going to buy a reactor. So yeah, right here you buy a reactor. And then as it's building, you're going to buy a tank. And then you're going to buy canister shell. And I went ahead and upgraded my 5th supply pad. Having that 5th upgraded pad is really just going to make your pump a little bit better. So the flow is a little bit easier to do. But since I can't afford a tank right away, I'm going to go ahead and buy canister shell and then a tank. And I don't canister shell down tech on this map with the reactor. That's up to you. If you do destroy your reactor, it will help you afford your pump. But I prefer to keep it in case some reason they go over there and kill me out of it. It's just easier this way. Prevents you from having any failures. But my canister shell is halfway up, and I got another tank building. And basically, this is the build. You pelican, you go for barracks and supply pad. Take the reactor, go vehicle depot 5th, and you just go into a double pump. Get that canister shell up as early as you can. And with this build, you can push with about 2 candy tanks, because you get it up so fast. Right here, the AI is threatening to attack me. But now let's go on to the next build. This is bad spawn. For those of you that don't know what bad spawn means, it means that this is a side that isn't next to the correct pelican position, which means that the other team has the advantage on getting the pelican off first. So it's just bad side because this side, if you get across, this reactor isn't safe because the rebel base can kill you out of it. So you just want to have good spawn. Honestly, the good spawn's a little bit easier to play with, but this is still a good build, and it's really good against a team that has the good spawn. Like, it's still competitive, and you'll still be able to do a lot. But you're gonna be going early warthogs, and I'm gonna get in position to try and beat them across. And now I'm gonna buy 2 supply pads on the hook, and then buy a reactor. How much money you pick up this game really matters. So try and pick up, if you can, 4 sets at a time or 3 sets at a time. You know, depending on how many hogs you have. Always make sure you're picking up money. And this is the advantage that you have over the other build, is you can pick up every ounce of supplies on the map. So you have like an eco advantage. So right here, just queued up gunner. I have 5 hogs. My 5th hog's about to come out. And I'm gonna upgrade a pad because I have the extra money. And I'm gonna upgrade a 2nd pad because I still have extra money because I'm picking up all this money. Buy another supply pad. Queue up a 3rd upgraded pad. So as you can see, I got 5 gunner hogs and I got a really good eco. I got 3 upgraded pads. And I'm making way more money than the team that Pelicans goes for the reactor. Even though I'm going warhogs. And in this game, I'm not demonstrating attacking with my hogs, but just building them. On this map, you can build 5 to 7. In this game, I just went for the lower amount since I'm not really attacking. And what you do with your hogs is, if they're playing defense, then at the 3-minute mark, you're going to go across to their hook, and you're going to go and try and kill them out of their reactor. Because with 5 gunner hogs, they most likely will have a half health marine, or a little bit more, and sometimes a little bit less. But with your hogs, you should be able to kill them out. And if you kill them out, then they can't pump tanks, or you get cancer shell. It's one or the other. So killing them out is really important. And then you can go to their hook and kill their barracks and their supply pads and give that to your teammate, which is really helpful. So right here, my depot's coming up. I got 5 upgraded pads. My eco is looking really awesome. So I'm going to buy a tank. So my first tank's going to be a lot more delayed than the enemy team if they do the build that you did. Like if you do the build that I demonstrated in the first game. But at the same time, if you use these hogs correctly and you take him out of the reactor, then his pump's not going to last very long. That's also why in the last build it's important not to canny down tech, and it's also important to get your canny early, because the earlier you buy it, the more safe you are at keeping it. But as you can see with this build, I'm not even going to go for the reactors. I'm just going to go for cancer shell and an eco. So like the reason why I don't need the reactors is I'm making so much money. I got 5 upgraded pads. I don't care to waste a couple minutes of walking marines and destroying supply pads when I can just go for money and then go for my canister shell and then just down tech double pump. The enemy will have a lead, but you, depending on how good you are with your warhogs, it won't make that big of a difference. So I'm by canister shell, I'm gonna down tech and go into my double pump. The sooner you get into your double pump, the better you're going to be off. But I have a huge eco right now. I got $800 and my depot's not even up yet. So one thing you can do with this build is with your first tank, well first 2 tanks, you can clear an expo and you can actually buy it with this build. With this build you can actually get an expo up and a full expo. Because as you can see right now I have $600 that I don't need. So it's just, if anything, I would just recommend you always go for the expo when you have bad spawn. Because having a Cutter expo with 5 buildings on it, that's just amazing. And you could even go for Spartans that way, or work your way up to power turret. But if you don't double base, you will end up using your money on getting your full pop real quick, which is what I'm doing in this game. But the double base definitely is a good idea. And for the most part, this is the build. Now we're going to move on to Arbiter. Now for this game, I'm going to be going Temple first. And I'm also going to be going after the good hook, just in case you are able to get a hook. If you are not able to get a hook, then don't really worry about it. I'm getting a position for a Pelican, but obviously my teammate isn't going to Pelican because I don't have a teammate. But in this game I'm going to be going after a hook, which obviously in a normal game you may not get a hook as Covenant, but this is for the situation that you do. Regardless of getting the hook, your build's going to be the same in what you do. It's just getting the hook obviously is a huge benefit. So with my Arbiter I'm picking up all this money. And this doesn't matter if it's the good hook or not for the Arbiter. You can go for either. If you get a hook, then you're really ahead. Obviously, you always want to give your hook to your teammate. The UNSC is more important on this map. So always give your hook to your teammate. On this map, it's really good to go double summit because Banshees can help you get both hooks later on in the game. You can shut down expos. You can just be everywhere on the map. Even you can even kill them out of reactors. It's just Banshees are really good on this map. And obviously Vamps are good too, because the enemy will most likely go Banshees. And it's really easy to get Tech 2 Banshees on this map because of the reactor. And I'm not going to attack, I just was trying to demonstrate how early you can be on their base. So right now I'm on 5 supply pads, about to be on 6. And I'm going to queue up a suicide grunt right after my citadel's done. And my first summit's building. And with the suicide grunt, I'm going to walk it across the bridge, and I'm gonna put it in the reactor. So upgraded my third pad.
We go now. Go here, go there. Quick, quick.
Warehouse upgraded.
So right now my suicide grunt's about to go across the bridge,
Warehouse
and
upgraded.
my first summit's almost complete. So as soon as it's done, I'm just
Summit
gonna buy
complete.
boost,
Here I am.
and as you can see, my suicide grunt is going across.
Got it.
On this map, it is important to try and get your suicide grunt in either of the reactors. Obviously on the bad side, I won't stay alive, but it just helps because Tech 2 Banshees are really overpowered, so having them is just really helpful.
Reactor
Like,
cleansed.
if you do a good job with your Banshees, you can pretty much win the game by yourself. So I'm going to upgrade to repeating cannon. And my second summit's about done, and now I'm going to initiate my double pump.
Summit complete.
Now obviously, in all these videos, most of them I went double summit Banshees or I went Vampires and all of that. But you know, good like full RB is really good too. It's just Banshees is the safe route, and being an inexperienced player, it's probably a little bit easier to just go Banshees and have units rather than rely on your Arbiter. Because full RB is as good as you make it. You know, it's up to you. But this pretty much wraps up the video. Um, just double summon Banshees, get Tech 2. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I have a couple requests for doing 3v3, so be looking forward to that. I don't know when I'll start it, but I'll do 3v3 for Anders RB Brute. Any other videos you'd like to see or series, just give me some ideas and put that in the comment section. Um, just any other tutorials you'd like to see or matches you'd like to see. So, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.